I ain't selling them to nobody, man. It's medicine, you know.
So will these grow through to site? Or,
you know, right, you know, I planted the 700 coconut trees on that farm that you guys are next to.
Yeah.
And 300 of them were these guys. And the reason I did this was because when I'm 100 years old, I'm just going to come out here and take my coconuts standing up. I ain't going to have to climb any tree.
So they all grew.
Yeah, they'll stay
The
short.
Malaysians, the only ones who stay, the Samoans, everybody calls Samoans dwarf. They're not dwarfs. They're low bearing, but they will get 35, 40 feet tall. The Malaysian coconuts are the only ones that stay dwarf. I mean, 35 years from now, these coconuts are still going to be right here.
Wow.
Look at, they're beautiful, man. Yeah. And this tree, usually it takes a coconut. I've grown coconuts for decades. The first 6 or 8 racks will just now. I guess it's the IMOs that I've been loading onto it that's really enhanced its ability to put out sweet nuts.
Do you have to do anything special to get them to sprout? Like if I have some.
Well, if you want to sprout a coconut, you got to let it fall off the tree.
Oh, really?
You got to let it fall off the tree.
Can't pull it off?
Huh?
Can't pull it off?
No, you got to let it fall off. Really? If you want to sprout it, you got to let it fall off. If you pull it off, it's too soon.
Oh, really?
And when it falls on the ground, it will naturally sprout. So what you want to do is you collect them and you make a bed of cinder about this thick, and you stick them down in the cinder, and then you just make sure it stays moist. And I did this for a long time. I did I was a major coconut creek for a long time, and I had a big coconut thing going. And that's how you do it. And you don't have to do anything. Just come out and keep picking it. But it's a really nutritious food. One of the most nutritious foods you can grow in the garden.
It's okay if we take some seed?
Yeah.
From that big guy?
Yeah.
That'd be great. That's what we're looking for. Stuff that grows well.
Go around this way so nobody walks on. So happy. He said, so whenever we have purslane, I spread it around. People hate it. First of all, I eat this every day. I throw it in my smoothie. It's super anti-carcinogenic, man. It's an awesome plant. But Master Cho says that it has a symbiotic relationship. It produces IMOs, like bamboo and mango trees and certain things. It actually enhances and kind of attracts and produces IMOs. So purslane is a really beautiful thing to have in your garden. If you get it, just leave it. Don't pull it out. And just plant around it. Because wherever you get the purslane, you're going to have really healthy plants, and just plant right around it. You could ever desire. These things, in 1 year, they get like 15 feet tall. They get this big around. And so I have them grown all over the place. And when you prune them, they release nitrogen, but the leaves are really high in nitrogen too. But it's a really beautiful first thing to put out as pigeon peas. And I put out a lot.
It gives nice shade too.
Makes nice shade
in between rows when you're got just a beating sun.
Oh, you know, for here.
Peas are good. Yeah, use them young like endowment.
What is he planting?
Yeah, the pigeon peas. Get them when they're green. Steam them. That's all the good.
Here, also known as Madre de Cacao. In South America, this is what they grow the cacao plants under. It's nitrogen fixing. And it's a beautiful shade tree. In 2 years, this thing gets like, 15 to 20 feet tall. Now in Asia, and I highly recommend that people start growing pigeon peas and gliricidias. But in Asia, where they have these big vegetable farms, they have rows of gliricidias, like every 8 feet apart, right? Okay, so say the gliricidias are this tall and it's all shady. They rotivate it, they prepare the soil, they plant the seedlings. It's really hot over there, they don't get that much rain. So the shade is helping the seedlings to grow. Once the plants get big, they cut all the gliricidias, expose the plants to the sun so they can mature and fruit. And as they cut the gliricidias, they lay it under the vegetables for mulch and fertilizer, plus the gliricidias releasing nitrogen through its roots. And then they harvest their vegetables. By that time, the gliricidias are growing up again, and they just keep doing this year after year. So they use this as a major part. And also it keeps down the weeds. They don't have to be spraying herbicides. They don't have to be buying nitrogen. So there's lots of simple things that we can incorporate in our farming to enhance our lives and save money. But this is a big one right here.
Do you grow these from cuttings?
No, I grew it from seeds.
Do they have
You can grow, what you can do, these things are pretty amazing. If you get one Gliricidia tree, you just break off the branch and stick it in the ground, like cassava, and it'll grow.
So how is this compared to
And then we put in the worms, and then we just start dumping in our kitchen waste. And every time we put in kitchen waste, we put grass in between it, and we put this over it because we had a lot of rain and it was overfilling these. But this is a gold mine.
Yeah.
And this is what you water your seedlings with.
Yep.
And so here, so after we juice the cane, we dry it out there, and I put it in my barn, and then when I get a whole bunch of it, I'll grind it up. So, I gotta get back to work.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, thank you very much, John.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
We're going to be going to we're going to Sweet Cane Cafe now to see
Oh,
Jackie
good.
there. So we're going to go see the added value.
Mulch, and it goes, it keeps expanding and growing out. So it kind of goes a long ways, you know. You just sprinkle it out to like that depth and cover it.
That's